Edison Miranda.
Okay.
He forgot about it, but I've always used that as a motivation to not to ever be like him. See, that was the old mentality in boxing where they thought if I gave you my secrets, then you would use it against me, and there's no secrets. It's like you mentioned earlier, it's technique. Yeah, like Tyson Fury.
And it's all about getting better with the technique that you get.
Yeah,
like if you give it to me and I know how to make it better, then that's gonna make it better for the next person and the next generation.
100%. And the what I tell people is, the reason, if any legacy I leave behind, is that I made this a safer sport. That's the martial arts in me, is to make this better. But I answer questions all the time, man. Because the way I look at it is, you're asking me questions because you want to improve yourself, but it's good for the fighter you're working with, because it's not fair to have somebody that knows nothing taking care of a fighter that's in a deadly game, and I'll mention this, that combat sports, kickboxing, MMA, boxing, all of them, bare knuckle fights, none of us have to be certified to be considered professional. Just pick up a towel, get a license, and you're working on a fighter. So to me, I see so many bad techniques that guys are using on fighters, and it just, it's the blind leading the blind sometimes. But
yikes.
if you notice, there's two groups. There's a group of cut men that want to get identified, so they'll put a swab in their mouth, they'll put one in their ear, they have no gloves. These are the guys that they're looking for the fame more than helping the fighters. Now you got the group of guys that are following my techniques, that wear gloves. They wear the wrist wrap that I have here, where you put the swabs instead of putting them in your mouth, right? And you put the Vaseline here, and you work like an artist.
Yes.
And the technique that you use, with a small wet towel, and some guys use big old towels. It's way too much. They put it over the fighter's face, and the guy can't breathe. And so those are the little simple techniques that really I've used through time after time after time after time, and they're the most successful in doing what we have to do. Like today, Ugas, when I saw Ugas, he's there with his girlfriend, and he's telling his girlfriend, wife to be, how I'm the one that worked on his cuts, and how comfortable he felt, knowing that I was there taking care of him. Mm-hmm. So good question.
And that's what you want, right? You want to make sure that you got a guy in your corner that I don't have to worry about him if I get cut. He's gonna make sure he does the best job for me.
Yeah, Amir Khan calls me, to fly to the UK today, right? But Andre Ward, when he fought, I can't remember who he fought, he got a cut, and he said, I know I got cut, but I got stitch in my corner. He'll tell you that. He did that in an interview, and I, things like that. But like I told Ugas' girlfriend, I said, these guys, these fighters, they're modern day gladiators, no doubt about it. Badass dudes, modern day gladiators, but deep inside they're all babies, and my job is to take care of the baby.
You got to take care of the baby.
Yeah, you got to take. And Ugas gets, I know psychology it's another strong part of what I do, because it's a lot of truth to it. But I know how to get into your heart, because I've been there. I've felt the aches and pains and all that I've gotten cracked in the head. I know what it feels like during those moments. So what I'll try to do is cushion those moments as much as possible.
Stitch, do you do any working out still with kick?